now we in there. Now we good. Now we good watching. Um, I think both of them are up. Okay, both of them are up. Cool. All right, so that's up, and also YouTube is up. Okay, good on us. Okay, all right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another beautiful show of Now and Then. Now and Then's podcast, the podcast that we are trying to be a part of or start. So we're gonna be your host for today. I'm Michael on the 808, and this is
Willie J.
and we're gonna be your two favorite professional fans for today. Bringing you the opinion that most people didn't ask for, but we like bringing it to you anyway.
That's what we mean by being professional fans.
So we're gonna do this a little differently than usual. We're gonna be live doing this, so you'll see kind of the ins, the outs, the quirks, the everything else that kind of happens in between. I probably should be recording this as well. That way it could be an actual episode. So let's do that too. So let me go ahead.
We got to start over.
Well,
let's act like we just came on.
Let's give them another intro. Ready? And all right. Welcome to another show of Now and
Then.
We are going to be your host for today. I'm Ike on the 808.
And I'm Willie J.
And we will be your two favorite professional fans, bringing you the entertainment nobody asked for, but we love bringing it to you anyway.
That's how we do.
We just love it. Okay, so today is a little unconventional, but it's still conventional.
Well, what is today? Today is
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And so you know what? First of all, we want to thank God.
Yes.
For allowing us to be in this place, in this position at this particular time.
Yes.
And to continue to uphold us and our family and our people. And we want to thank him for allowing us to be able enough just to think and to see how things around us is not true, that seems true, and that understand his word and his voice.
For sure.
Primarily, more than anything, being able enough to understand, and when we hear his voice, you better learn the voice of God. So we just want to say, first of all, we thank you. And as always, we say, meet us at the mic. So let's get it started.
So we action, we action packed. Not really, but we just got
all the action we got, we done ate it.
We done ate it.
We done ate all that.
All the action, we done ate it.
Yeah, man. And hey, man, shout out to Thanksgiving.
Well, shout out to Okay. Well, here's where the episode really gets started.
Okay.
The whole thing of Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Maybe not the traditional sense of what it really means, but to be thankful for what you have come to the table to be blessed. Over the year, over many years, come in fellowship with folks and people. That's kind of what we bring into Thanksgiving's meaning. Its actual meaning is pretty bad, pretty gruesome. So we don't have to necessarily go through that part, but they tried to come together and create a
just kill us a turkey, throw him on the grill.
Oh Jesus!
And just shoot some people.
Shoot some people. Okay.
You're not talking about that Thanksgiving.
Now,
my bad.
Here's the thing.
I thought we was talking about the woo woo.
We were, but we weren't. You.
Here we go. I done said something wrong.
No, you didn't say anything wrong.
Here we go.
It's how you say it.
That's how I say it.
See, okay.
It's how, you know what that sounds like? I see that with it. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. They were saying that to Jasmine Crockett, and I ain't gonna repeat what she said because I'm a lady.
I just said at the beginning we weren't gonna get into the details because it's a little gruesome. And you start going, we're going to cut it off, hit it off.
But don't repeat it because that's even double.
But I wasn't going to say the second part, but the first part is already crazy enough. And I'm just like, I just said we ain't going to talk about
so
what
we
they
ain't
was
gonna
doing to people.
Let's don't say it.
And he immediately jumped in, what they was doing to people. I was like, oh, man, okay. So, but it's all good, though. It's all good.
That's a logo. Things. Go ahead. I don't know why that's funny.
Because when he said, because I helped build the pyramids, and he said we had a blanket, we had sound, and we had a blanket.
Yeah.
And it kind of came down.
He said that's like where the dark starts.
That's what I was tripping on.
That's what I was tripping on.
It was that in the camera that was
Yeah.
he was like, that's what I was tripping on.
Yeah, that was
I'm like,
that
boy,
was-
you laced with something because your eyeballs one way too big, and you got to be. He had to be on something doing that character. Period. But everyone say he wasn't. It
But
was
you know
just-
somebody else
it was
not.
how
We
he
talk
was
about
acting.
Tropic Thunder, and y'all know how we is. We just talk about whatever come up.
I'm about to say at this point,
Now-
it's just
Go
Thanksgiving.
above they talk about
I'm really
grandma.
thankful for Robert Downey being that character.
Now
coming
Robert
to
Downey,
life.
he's a junior too, ain't he?
He's a yeah,
Yeah, that means he got a senior somewhere.
somewhere, man. But I
Look out for your seniors, man, because grandma she got ran over
by a reindeer.
by a reindeer.
That's messed up.
That's what we originally were gonna talk
Now
about.
that was actually going to be that, and Thanksgiving was supposed to be the topic of today.
yeah, we was gonna just talk about the reindeer,
That's still messed
but
up.
we had eggnog.
Oh.
That's what started
We had to go and get
haircuts and eggnog.
Eggnog.
So if it had not been for that,
we'd have been here earlier. We'd have been
maybe
here
we'll start it before we got here. I don't know.
Before we got here, we'd have been.
Well,
we'd have
I
been
mean,
here.
I'm still on that whole Star Trek thing. I mean, how you can be somewhere else and two places at the same time as long as you're going faster than warp speed. 9. If you go like 9.99, once you get to that one more light year,
that one more.
yeah, because you know, like you can have 10. Shout out to Nigel to just have 10, and then you can have just 11, so you can have just one more louder than everyone else. I'm just saying.
Stupid, yo.
And they
Okay.
get ready to come back out with that, just like Tropic Thunder is getting ready to make a part
Oh
2.
my gosh, that is
And,
dumb enough, man.
Spinal Tap is getting ready to do and these guys in Spinal Tap is my age. I mean, but they're actually older than me.
Yeah, I told
And some of them, you know, only a couple of them died. And you know something? Same thing with Eddie Murphy when he redid, because if he'd have caught, if he
what, Beverly Hills Cop.
no, Coming to America too.
Oh,
If he'd have done that 3 years later, he wouldn't have had
He
the
was
same
trying to-
cast because
he
a
was
couple of
trying
the
to
people passed on.
yeah, that is true.
You know, John Amos, I think he passed on, you know. So, you know, this timing is everything, you know.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
true.
right now,
Hey
man,
man, be thankful for, like you said, be thankful for the people that you got around you, man. Especially that can make some type of impact, you know, because you never know, man. Some life be doing this thing, man. And life takes a toll on, you know, most of those folks. And being an entertainer in the entertainment business for such a long time, you know, it draws on you. So, man, if you can, for the ones that are genuine, look out for those folks. The ones that's trying to do bad by others, let's just try to cut them off loop, man, because there's a lot of them that's out there. So we try to cut the grass so we can weed the snakes out of it. But it's
we're gonna make bars out of that.
we're gonna try to. Okay, I did have a question. Now this is back to the whole Thanksgiving thing. Do you? This is kind of crazy, but let's just say, right? Let's just say you guys would have Thanksgiving. Let's just say you guys as kids, right? If you could have a traditional Thanksgiving, what would you want on the table? Like just as a
Do
child.
you know,
at
I'm
that
gonna tell you something. I don't remember ever having a traditional Thanksgiving.
No, I'm saying what would
I
you
could,
want?
well, I don't know what I would have wanted because what we was used to eating and what was on TV wasn't the same thing.
Yeah.
And so that was just all a fantasy to me.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff, all turkey and stuff. 'Cause we was eating raccoon. I mean, and I don't know if my mother ever cooked a turkey. She may have. I just don't remember.
Okay.
You know,
I'm about to say you guys had wild turkeys and stuff back then, right? I'm about to say you guys had a lot of woods back in that area.
well, there was wild turkeys, but you know, my dad he shot stuff like pheasants and hell, he would shoot anything.
we were just
I
talking
mean,
about that.
he would. I mean, and there's no lie about that. You know, a lot of times I hear my boy talk about what they used to eat and stuff. But man, just like I didn't know you could run a rabbit down, but you
Oh,
can
my
run a
goodness.
rabbit down. But you got to get him in open ground because if you get him away,
Who you say used to chase him?
our cousin,
Cousin?
yeah,
Yeah.
chase him
That's
all the way down.
But that's a workout for a meal, though. I mean, well, I guess you would work out hard enough to earn that meal. So I mean, that's all said and done.
You imagine you go hunting,
Yeah.
and if you don't shoot and kill nothing, you don't eat.
Yeah.
That makes your eyes get better. Even if you're blind, if you're blind, you just give him the gun. Just go out that way, man. And then you like just make sure you're behind him. You don't call his name.
Got a point.
But But that's how Dick Cheney got shot, didn't he?
Goodness.
Didn't that man shoot Dick Cheney in the face?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, Dick, what button?
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, he had a little burn mark on his face.
Man, that's still, man. First of all, to be even in that situation sounds kind of crazy.
My daddy shot a rabbit out of man here. He got the argument over who had shot the rabbit. Another guy picked the rabbit up, and my dad shot the rabbit out of his hand.
Wow. That well, hey,
and some of the buckshots hit the guy. You done shot me. My daddy was crazy, boy. He was a good guy, but y'all know if y'all know my daddy.
I can tell you this,
and I'm pretty sure some of y'all know him because
stories that you told me, the man. Okay, as crazy as he had some comedic relief to him.
He was totally had some comedic relief. He would have been. He was like Robin Harris.
Oh man,
and being a Harris, we had pretty much the same kind of.
But that's
timing.
It's funny, cause now some of the things you tell me they are crazy, but I also understand that some of them was funny, and I'm just like, well, I see that now you can laugh at it, but then it was crazy to be.
Well, now I'll tell you, other people around me, they totally enjoyed my dad. He was a nuisance to me because I think I wanted something different from him.
Okay, yeah.
Excuse me. I mean, I saw the comedic and all that other junk. I got tired of that.
Right.
I needed to grow in a lot of different ways. So, I was cool. But a lot of people, man, they got a kick out of him being who he was.
Okay.
But here's the thing. We all know it's like anything, man. The more gifted you are in the area, you're going to be lacking somewhere. Because you're not going to have everything, So you see some of these people out here that are savants, man, that can sit down and just play keyboards and stuff, and then you talk to them, you can't even get a conversation with them.
Yeah,
because they can't think on that point, that level, and
it's different to see people that comprehend things differently. Like I think it's just interesting. Like my understanding for something may be different than another person my age is understanding. Mm-hmm. Just simply because of either teachings or, teachings and upbringing, depending on, situations you've been in or how you've been shaped to think, so to speak,
Well, when you're getting taught, like, basically a culture, that culture can dictate everything in that person's life because everything that you do stems back to your culture. Whatever it is that's around you that's influencing you, okay? So you may not even know what you're being influenced by. Just like we're around a lot of trains.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear trains so much, man, to where you really learn to just block out trains.
I was about to say, if you
and somebody that come here that didn't know any better, they be like, y'all listen to this all night long? Yeah, sometimes.
I said, when I first got here, I was like, I don't see how you do this all day. Yeah. But for sure, you just get used to just it going past. And other things that you do throughout the day just kind of block it out. Or like he's saying, your mental just kind of blocks it out until you just get to one of those points in the day to where you just either zone into it or it just kind of fades into your hearing and you just like, oh man, the train's okay. But you don't think about it until, I guess it's just a thought just roaming through your head. Like it blocks itself out. Yeah, you're right. It's weird how stuff like that happens.
Oh yeah,
like in your environment, you just kind of adapt and get used to certain things, and then it just starts happening,
and that becomes part of what I was talking about as far as your culture is concerned, because that becomes part of who you are, And so when other people that come into your situation and they be like, "How you deal with this?" And it's like, man, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
And there's people, that lives closer, right close, like where my brother and them live, man. He just right on it near the tracks.
Yeah, and
you can feel the tracks rumbling.
You guys grew up there, so it's a different. It's got to be a different feel for him than it would be like, for say me going over there and then trying to sleep over there for like a week. Like it would require a certain amount. But see, you've been here long enough now to where
you're a Maronite. You don't
Man,
even.
but that it's like right behind him though.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Like I understand that we had one that's not too far from us,
Yeah.
and we can still hear it. Like it still makes a significant impact on like the house and the area that it's in, the noise.
Oh yeah.
But right then, the whole house is moving. At some point, your whole
That's another.
excuse.
I was just
And
sitting
they
there.
be
I was just
rolling
sitting there,
through,
man. Like Monday or Tuesday evening, I was thinking.
They be rolling.
I'm like,
through.
why is it 4:00 in the morning? If you blowing your damn horn as you go through neighborhoods, because they got to go through those crossings, and then just like I know y'all, we done switch subjects again. I told you that's what we do.
But this is
we
this is
just
still part of culture though.
Yeah, it's part of the culture. I mean, it's just all of those every stop that they go past the street. When they go across, they got to blow that horn.
This is train depot, train territory.
Oh,
this
it's
is
definitely train
this
territory.
is commuter back and forth. Like this is the area for that. Like this is one of those middle areas where it has to go through. Like it is. There's no not having that happen.
There was one time they used to say that if every train pretty much in this country came through this little town.
See, that alone explains where on streets, on the railroad themselves, different foundation structures. Like it just shows you how often people just ignore it. It's just like I said, it's culture. It's just a part of what happens. Things break down, they go out, they fix it, it starts over again. So it's just a reoccurring cycle for these folks. Like they just become just natural, just I don't know, just
you get used to it.
Used to your ambiance, really.
That's all I can tell you. You just get used to it. And
that is crazy. It's just interesting to think about, like different places, different cultures, how different things work. Like, what is it? Japan? They have the train that goes through the apartment complex. Like at some point, that's shaking people, rattling folks. But people have lived there so long. At some point, you just probably ignore it. Like it's crazy.
But I think that thing stops through there and take kids to school or something, and it picks kids up and drop them off there as well.
Yeah,
but it's convenience, but it's still, it just goes.
It just seems like.
I mean, it actually goes through the building.
Yeah, like that is like a train is not something silent. Period. Like.
Well, you're gonna
hear some
when we lived in Illinois, which I know that brings up, we was in Grant City, man, and I'm telling you, the train was so close that we literally could take and just toss something out the window and hit it when it would come through there. That's how close it was. It was so damn close that you could toss something out your window and hit the train with something. Like if you had a rock or something, you could hit the train with the rock just by tossing it out the window. And that house, when that train would come through there, that whole house shook. And we was close to
that's
a cross.
That's still, it's not hard to fathom. It's just hard to think about the living conditions you would have to live in for that. I mean, you just have to get used to the environment. There is no getting around it. There's just none really. Like you would just have to do that.
I heard something one time that I don't know if it's true. And when you go to like an airfield, and the reason I'm saying that is because we're just talking about adapting to certain things. And they were saying that these rabbits that live on that airstrip is deaf because of the sounds of the jets.
Jesus.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I can tell you this. Living in that little house that we was living in, you kind of become deaf to that sound because you can't possibly, it drive you crazy if you paid attention to it.
The constant taking off and landing, oh man.
Well, that's why they stopped the Concorde.
That would be, dang.
The Concorde was, now they got one. It's only got like one or two spots where it actually, it was tearing stuff up, man. See, and then at the time, they didn't have regulations for sonic booms, breaking the speed barrier.
People just
the sound barrier. Yeah, it was tearing people's windows out.
I was about to say, you busting people's windows.
Yeah.
At some point, housing insurance, you need.
Because see, those guys didn't. Well, see, they didn't know at first that they were doing that. they kind of had to figure out. Now the people on the ground knew something was happening, but they didn't know how to correlate it with what was going on with the jets, because by the time you hear the boom, the jet gone.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So you don't see it anyway, because he's way in front of the sound.
But that's scary.
And it's funny when you at an air station, because you'll see the jet come by and then the sound of trailing. It'd be like, shoo.
Man,
it's kind of cool.
But still, who's paying for my windows? that's the bottom.
You,
that's
you
what I
pay
want.
the house owner, the homeowner.
That's
why they stopped, because
that's a problem.
Because at BWI they was tearing so many windows up. They was like, "Look, man, we're gonna start suing the airport."
Somebody, at some point, I'm
so they stopped
somebody
the jumbo. They stopped that jumbo. Remember that jumbo jet?
Yeah, because he was.
That sucker would take off. You could hear it from where we live.
Goodness,
on the west side.
Sitting there looking at it pass over by, just huge.
Man, that sucker, man,
made the most noise. I'm just like,
he made some serious noise.
And he was like,
man, you think about this. Them things, when he take off, he can blow a truck over. I mean, literally just blow it over.
Out the way.
Yeah, so you have to always be careful.
That's crazy, ain't it?
We used to always have to be careful, like when you have C5s and stuff, like those big.
And they got people working on these vehicles. Like, there's no way you got regular people working on these vehicles. I'm all right, we can ready to fire it up. Yeah, let me get out the way.
We stayed. What happened is when he would take off, as he would turn, we would turn and we would stay behind his flow. We wouldn't be across it like this. We wouldn't stand in the back like he take off going this way. But once they take off, them big C5s, if you directly behind them, I'm telling you, they would blow your truck over. So what you have to do is you have to get behind to tell his rudder and kind of ride behind him, so that the sound and stuff is all beside you like that. Jesus. And then when he gets ready to go out into the and to turn and get ready to taxi,
that's hard work.
Well, you get used to it.
Man, that's hard work regardless.
You get used to it. Now the first few times you do it,
you got to navigate. Man, not dying is different, but navigating to make sure not dying is
Cause you figure, whatever
if it blow, man,
he can blow. That thing could blow over a tow motor, man, and those things weigh a few tons. Yeah, man. That thing would rock you, man.
Okay, the scariest part.
And we used to
tell me that air is blowing stuff like that's. People don't think about that. Nature is scary. And then you add power behind it.
Well, see, another thing you got to understand, we worked around jets all the time.
Yeah.
So once you figure out where all the danger spots are, you don't step into those particular spots.
Okay.
And that's what this is all about. I mean, and everything has an area that is secure or that's dangerous, somewhere where you can't be and shouldn't be, and somewhere where it's okay. Just like, for instance, they used to tell us about the intakes, which is the fuel for the jet.
Right.
You could stand alongside that thing and it wouldn't suck you into it, but you couldn't walk in front of it.
You better not.
You walk in front of
it.
Suck your little butt right straight through it.
You'd be sloppy Joes.
Sometimes, but sometimes it spit them out for whole. There's been some people that come out.
I don't want to be chunked up. I'm good. Like, what happened? He's all in pieces. No,
I didn't see where they had to save some people too. We had a little buddy man named Bailey. Bailey must have weighed about 10 pounds. And that thing started dragging him. And big Emmett. Emmett was big. We called him Juicy.
Okay.
Yeah, man, because he was big, man. Man, this is back in the 70s, man. Shit. We had Superfly, so with Juicy ain't that. You had Juicy. Don't you know that the song "The Juicy People"?
Okay. Yeah.
They the Juicy Fruit folk. Well,
but
he ran and grabbed it. He ran across the stream and grabbed the guy and ran straight through the stream onto the other side and kind of tackled him onto the ground. And that's how he was able to save him, because once it grabbed your chains and stuff and start pulling your dog chains,
you too close.
You way too close.
It's over with.
You way too close.
It's because by that time,
well, you can still. It depends.
If you ain't got enough body weight,
he ain't have
able
enough
to shift backwards, you're done.
No, he didn't have enough body weight. I didn't either, man, but I didn't fool around stuff
I'm
like
about to say I ain't messing with nothing like
that. I
that.
didn't fool
No.
around with
You
it.
talking about standing in front of a turp, man? All it do is
Well,
suck
all
in
of
air.
see, all of them don't do that though. See, and just like I be watching these movies,
You see?
and I be naming the airplanes all the way up, and then once I get past the
Once you get that
F-16,
part,
F-18, I don't know anything past. So one somebody saying, "Man, they got F-35." I'm like, "Well, I'm 18
so that's
jets
22.
down."
Hey,
Yeah, and some of them suckers, man, they be showing them suckers.
let me tell you something. I
See, now we on jets.
I'm about to
Stay
say, yeah,
with us.
we all the way somewhere else. Don't even follow the topic. Just follow the bouncing ball. Here's the thing, right? You ever seen a stealth bomber?
A stealth bomber,
Yeah. I think it's called it's a B.
the one that's shaped like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen them.
Okay.
I've seen them take off too.
There's a bigger one that exists.
I don't understand it.
It's massive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does this exist? Why is it that big?
I don't understand how.
Why
They,
is
I
it
don't
that
understand
big?
how they.
Why
land.
is it that big? Just tell me right now. Why is it that big?
So they can carry all them bombs.
But yo, it's like
They want to
it's
tap.
like 5 times the original ship size.
Well,
I'm
most
like, yo,
of it.
this
Now,
is a
now,
mothership.
hold
This
up
ain't,
now.
this ain't
Listen to
real.
me. A lot of that wing is fuel.
I hope so.
Yeah, a lot of it. That's what it is because these guys they do these long missions like where they fly 12, 14 hours across like Vietnam and stuff. Because those guys, man, they was dropping stuff off in Vietnam. I
They
can't
be
tell you
having
how many.
a platoon of people with.
Yeah,
Squadrons.
I've seen a lot. Only people they didn't let us play around with was those SEAL guys. But everybody else that came from Vietnam, we went out and met them and brought them in and talked with them.
Seal. I ain't messing.
But
I ain't
the SEALs,
trying
they
to
was
mess-
like,
I ain't
don't go
trying to
near
mess
them.
with nobody.
Them boys, they had just
I'm
dropped
scared of all of them.
Well, they just had came back from Nam, and they was what you call real salty.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
Real salty. What they just fresh out?
they just came back from Vietnam. I mean, they've been over there doing special ops and tell them
But you said real salty. Does that just mean that they was just fresh off the?
no.
the mission?
That means that they are real seasoned
Oh, okay.
in what it is that they do, which is killing.
Oh, okay. So don't mess. Yeah, don't leave them alone. Leave them niggas out of that.
Yeah,
Leave them
and,
niggas right
see,
where they
and,
belong.
and they only had one leader.
Dangerous.
That's who they listened to, and that's who they listened to, and don't nobody else. And you might
It's
just
crab apples, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. I went back to Sergeant Lincoln.
It was dangerous, man.
That's y'all couldn't. They just didn't want y'all around them at all.
We were the support team. So when people came in, we were the guys that picked them up, made sure that their luggage and everything was straight. And these are your pilots,
Okay.
and whoever was on the jets for the military.
Okay.
And then we would take them to whatever their destinations are. We take the officers to the officer spot, and the non-officers to the non-officer spot. So that's what we did.
Okay.
So when guys would come in, no matter what they were, whether they were officers or just regular, if they came in through the transit form, we took care of them.
Okay. Sure.
And we took care of the planes. Like we made sure that the planes were operable and was still working and wasn't nothing leaking and they had fuel and that sort of thing.
Now, did you guys fix them or you just did patchwork?
It depends. If something was wrong,
You fixed it. Okay.
yeah, most of that stuff was hydraulics. So it wasn't really that complicated when she kind of understood the system. But it took a minute.
You sitting there, all right, now, what we got to do? Which one? Is it this one? I got to pull this one out? Okay, no, that don't look like this. Yo, where this go?
Everything has an in and an out. And
I feel like as long as you take something apart, like step by step, no, maybe that
no,
that's not everybody though.
No, because you can always go on the other side and look and see what the other one looked like, and just put this one back to where. Or, you didn't back then. We didn't have pictures. You couldn't take no pictures of them because you didn't have no camera.
You take off everyone to see how you put each one back, and now you can't. Now you got all of them off, and you just like, okay, I done messed up. Like, okay, what did you do? Okay, I messed up with this one, so I tried to use this one as a blueprint. That one didn't work, so I tried to use this one as the blueprint. Okay, but then I messed up on that one, so then I tried to use this one as a blueprint. So like, so what you been doing for the last 2 hours? Nothing, apparently. Not putting anything together is what I'm doing. You imagine?
You know,
that would upset me.
but
So
see,
bad.
here the thing is, in the military,
It was a trial and error the whole time.
they would just say, "Hey, man, we need you to do such and such." You'd be like, "What? We need you to get up there and help that guy fix that engine." And then the other guy, "Hey, come on up here, man. I'll tell you what to do." And that's how you get started. And then after you learn the game,
Then it's just volunteer
then
work.
you can there's a test that come around, and then you can get promoted in that field.
Oh Jesus!
Now, if let's say, for instance, now I was actually assigned to that area, so that means that was what I was supposed to advance in.
Okay.
But some people may have been like, well, that still would have been a fireman, for instance. You had people that was firemen, you had people that was corpsmen, and they may have them stuck in the same place because they don't have a place for them nowhere else in the Navy.
Okay.
Because all those billets are closed. That was a little crazy, but the area where I was, the promotion was a lot easier, I think, because we were transit, which means that we was
You were just
constantly
taking.
moving.
Okay.
We was
Dang, that's still.
But man, I mean, I
still
used
good,
to drive. I didn't even have a driver's license.
mental.
Didn't have a driver's license. No, man. I tore up so much stuff.
Oh my God,
Man, I wasn't even, let me tell you something. I was not allowed to drive on base.
Keep messing up people's vehicles.
Unless I was in a military vehicle. Like I couldn't drive a regular car on base. Like now I was restricted. Every car that I owned had a big red X on the pass that was in the window. So when they look at the window and they look at the X, somebody else better be driving. I tell you how crazy it is. They told my brother to drive. He didn't even have driver's license. They say it's better for you to drive and don't have driver's license than for him to be restricted and drive. So we switched right there and went on the base.
Yeah, rules and
That shit was crazy.
protocol definitely didn't exist because that should be illegal. It is. But you drive. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm telling
You're
you,
driving-
I could drive.
Wait.
I could drive the Navy vehicle because that was my job, was driving.
You're driving a government official.
Yep. I tore up a lot of them too because I couldn't drive.
Government issued vehicles that they are given to.
Man, look, they had this one limousine that had
They are allowing you to drive this with no license.
this limousine to show y'all how old
If
it
I'm
was.
missing something.
The limousine had the three gears on the collar.
Oh snap.
It had 8 doors.
Okay.
8 doors. I don't mean 4 on this side, 4 on this side. I mean 8 on both sides. And that's how many people it would carry.
So everybody got.
So this thing is almost as long as a school bus. I don't know nothing about that. So when I'm riding, I'm just tearing up stuff, hitting everything. Because the back end is cutting right over. Y'all know how it is. I didn't know nothing about swinging out and cutting over, turning. I didn't know, man. I tore up a lot of stuff. I drove a school bus and I was tearing up stuff. What do you think? 3 o'clock at night, you out there picking up kids and people all parked because they done been drinking. Man, I tore off so many mirrors. Keep riding.
Here's what's getting
Keep on
me.
riding
Here's
because
the
you
problem.
should have parked right.
Here's
No.
the problem.
My bad.
Is the getting. I'm still stuck on the not having the license, and they told you to drive, and then, okay, was the limousine on camp base? The limo, was that on base, or was that a whole
The limousine was at the place where I worked. So we had limousines, we had trucks, and we had vans. Now, some of the stuff we had was to help us work with the airplanes that was coming in. The other stuff was for us carrying people to their destinations.
Yeah.
Now, some of the officers, they were downtown. So I had to go off base and drive downtown with this limousine. That's where I was hitting stuff. Oh yeah, I was tearing shit up now.
So you were okay. I see what's happening. You was not doing.
But I didn't have driver's license, but I could drive. See, the military had a lot of pullback in those days. Just like, for instance, if you had your military ID, You could go anywhere you wanted to go. As long as
Okay.
you had your ID, they was like, oh, they recognize that, you know? So, I mean, if you had your ID, you could do a lot of stuff. And I
I'm trying to
drove.
figure out how they.
And man, I drove.
I'm lost because there's
That's
no
how I
way you're
learned to
telling
drive.
me as far as driving. They allowed this man to actually get on the road with no license off the base, but you're restricted on base.
Yeah.
But you
But
can
in
drive
the,
off
but in,
base.
in the end, I was just learning to drive a 6-speed dump truck for the CBs. So, and you know how that got started? Hey man, you think you can move that truck over here? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I can do that. But when I was young, I thought like that. Because I knew how gears work pretty much because I've seen tractors.
They put you in a stick shift to start,
Mhm. That's all trucks were. There wasn't no such thing in automatic.
but you
So you that's all you knew. Because like I told you, the van that we drove, the 8 passenger seat thing that we drove, all that stuff was the columns, 3 on, you know, you had 3 gears on the column, but you had a clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they mostly was.
that's ridiculous.
But everything else was like in the floor. And you didn't have no power steering. Nowhere.
At all, huh?
No,
That's a heavy turn.
well, that's why your steering wheels would be this big. Oh, your steering wheel was huge.
To get to what?
So that you could
Momentum?
turn it. Man, you couldn't have turned them little bitty. You these little steering wheel we got now.
Yeah,
Well, you
man.
couldn't turn them thing, man, with a manual. Mm-mm. Now you just that damn power steering takes over and just power steering it. That shit go out. You try to turn that truck if you want to. You can't turn that truck.
No, not with no. It's like trying to turn it with it off. It won't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't do much of nothing.
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, I understand the concept. I don't understand physically because I didn't have to do it. But just saying, I think I understand the concept of trying to have to turn using and also having just 3 gears with a clutch. That's kind of busted.
Listen, when I was in the Navy, I worked all in the Navy, all over the Navy. I mean, everywhere. Now, because I was a morale booster. So if they had an area that was having a problem, they sent that Harris kid down there for a couple of weeks. Because they knew I was going to cut the food. Because of that, I got a chance to learn a lot of different things. You know, like how to lay pipe and bricks. I didn't know how to do all that until I started working with them CVs. Them guys had me tearing concrete and pouring concrete and doing all kinds of. That's why I learned how to do all that jackhammer stuff.
Mm.
You know, I was
Just because
man, I could. They had
it's
me.
open invitation for volunteer.
Well, I mean, you know, I knew.
They were like, hey,
I didn't mind working. I just didn't like orders.
hey, you know how to lay brick? Sure,
man,
I ain't never done it. I'll figure it out. So
well, now laying bricks, I learned that from my Uncle Judd.
okay.
See, because when he was building the church,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the chalk line and all that stuff, we learned that. We learned that from them. However, the CBs, this is all they did, except for catch snakes. But other than that, that rattlesnake roundup was wild as hell. But these guys come in there with hundreds of rattlesnakes, and then all you can hear is rattlesnakes rattling. They got these big cages. I lie to you not, man, full of damn rattlesnakes.
Oh, rattlesnake?
Yeah, because they have a rattlesnake roundup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And
That sounds.
and they milk the rattlesnakes.
Oh, for the venom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. I don't even want to ask. I don't think I really need to know. Honestly, to be honest.
They had it set up to where they could catch them and
That sounds crazy.
pull them out, you know, and you got to know how to. You got to actually know how to do that.
That's ridiculous.
You got to know how.
But like you said, back in the
You
day,
got to
it was
know
a
how
little
to get their fangs to come open, and you got to know how to milk them fangs too. You got to know how to pull them to
That's-
make it.
That's a dangerous concept, regardless, man. Just snake catching. rounding up snakes,
Yeah.
alligators, anything dangerous. Like, I don't see why people just want to do it. They want to go out there in the swamp.
They
and
did
go
that every
catch
year,
stuff.
man. They did. It was like a foundation or charity thing that they did, and they did it for whatever the venom was used for, all kinds of different stuff, from what I understand.
Right.
And so,
Well, yeah.
you know, and that's the only way they could get the venom.
Well,
now I think they got
Well, salute to them people for out there doing that thing, you know.
yeah, that was
It
old
was,
school. That was what, 60 years, 50 years ago.
I don't think I'd be doing that. Sorry.
50 years.
You're on your own, pal. It comes to that.
You know, I think about a lot of stuff I did when I was younger. I didn't see danger in it, and even now I don't really see the danger in some of that stuff. But I realize it's not something that I want to do. Cause we used to go snake hunting all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good on the snake hunting. I'm good on anything hunting that's definitely out there, especially anything in the bayou. I'm good. They be sitting out there wanting to catch gators and all that, and gators be 2 times my size, and I mean as far as length.
Well, that's
That's
you remember
freaky.
Amos? You remember Amos Moses? Is him?
I know that name. Wait,
Yeah, Amos. He was a Cajun. Well, he was. He was Cajun, and he lived by himself in the swamp. And they said he hunted alligators for a living. He would just hit them in the head with a stone.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Have you ever been
Been where?
like alligator hunting or
No.
snake hunting and stuff?
Snake
Well, you
hunting,
said you've
yes,
been
but
snake hunting, yeah.
alligator hunting, no.
Frog
Gigging,
gigging.
oh, he did.
Why is it called gigging? That is so ridiculous.
You gig it with a you got this thing that's got these forks on it, and you gig it. And then you got this big Kroger sack.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even know if people don't even know what Kroger sacks are anymore. All your potatoes and all that stuff used to come in Kroger sack.
That's what you did your
And people,
original
you used to make clothes out of that.
that's what you did your original what's that race called? The
Oh, you talking about the sack race?
yeah. The what is it called? The not hacky sack. Hacky sack.
Well, I don't know. We never said that. We didn't play them games. We
Potato sack.
we played
potato
rock.
sack. I don't know what it's called, yo. I remember actually having a real potato sack in school, in elementary school. We had during field day. We had a real potato sack made of hemp or whatever it was made out of.
Yeah.
It was a real one. It was itchy. It smelled like hay and corn because it still had they got the potatoes out of it. So it was that was a real joint. No, that was cool. That was cool. I don't know whatever happened to them. Plastic. Now they come in plastic bags. I don't know what I'm talking about. I see them all day long.
Well,
I see them all in plastic bags. Then plastic. It's like net mesh bags. It's all bad. It's all bad. Ain't nothing really natural.
He got the bag blues.
The bag blues,
Yeah.
man.
That's from looking at all them bags like we did that dude today about them cuts, man.
Oh yeah.
And then he still ended up talking about he dreamed about people cutting his hair.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the same
crazy
thing.
ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh snap! Hey, one just said, "Happy Thanksgiving." Happy one.
Hey, tell one I said, hey, what's going on, brother? 1, twice, 2 times, 3 times. No. So man, we on our 4:15. So that's 60 minutes. How long we been doing this?
44 minutes.
44.
43 minutes.
43 minutes. Listen,
I think we only turned it over 3 times so far.
now
Oh, we're going to be on our next one. Yeah.
when I say this about grandma ran over by a reindeer,
We never did talk about that.
I don't understand, first of all, why they let grandma get drunk. Because it's apparently something she did. She get drunk and then she wanders off. And we don't even know if she had on a coat or nothing, do it.
She did. She actually had on some little sweater, which was
Oh,
crazy.
okay. She had on a wrap.
She did. I think it was a little. She had on a sweater, like you said, a wrap pieced over it, skirt, and I think stockings and flat shoes.
But we couldn't find grandma, right?
Yeah, we couldn't find grandma. All you could find was her glasses, and I think a slipper or something.
And hoof prints.
Yeah, and the hoop.
Okay.
And the hoop.
So I guess what I'm doing is I'm sending out like a APB on grandma, and if anybody see grandma, you'll recognize her because she got little hoof prints in her. What you gonna say?
Grandma gets ran over by a reindeer. Santa Claus just up and leave.
I don't know, man. I got my suspicion about Santa Claus.
Because it wasn't just one.
Why
It
he
wasn't
come to people's house?
It
at
wasn't
night?
just one set of footprints that was found.
Yeah, he don't be asking to come in nobody's house either.
No, he's a sneaky.
He
He's
be
a sneaky
sneaking
bugger.
sneaking into people's houses
He's a sneaky one.
and stuff. Yeah,
He's tricky.
He's tricky.
Watch him.
And
There's ain't no way that man that size sliding into every person's chimney. Watch it.
He's doing something.
Dark magic.
And you know something else too they don't mention. Every New Year, there's a lot of new pregnancies. Every New Year.
Every New Year.
Every New Year's, there's an abundance of pregnancies. And they don't appear until after this man, not this one right here, but Santa Claus, has been going up and down people's chimneys.
Christmas, huh?
So think about this. If the man's smooth enough to be enough to go down a chimney, he in that bedroom. Mm-hmm. He in there.
Well, that's why you leave milk and cookies.
Well, he like toads. You look, grandma got ran over by what they say. We know because we see little hoof prints. They like toads.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it.
You know-
I know one thing that's wrong. First of all, police actually came and investigated, and I think they ended up just leaving it alone and just gave it up to suspicion.
Mm.
That's messed up because grandma deserves some justice. Somebody need to pull up Santa Claus, and he need to be arrested because he breaking and entering into people's houses.
He's definitely doing some B&E.
Hit and run.
Hit and runs. He's doing that. Yeah.
And at this point,
And he driving
He's wanted.
while he drunk.
he's wanted for murder.
You know he need to be pulled over and breathalyzed.
He might need to
Because his nose is always cherry
yeah,
and his cheeks is always cherry.
yeah.
The man drinking.
He said ho 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 a lot,
And he's always repeating himself.
so he might be
And have you seen how they fly the sleigh?
It's all you know. It don't never just.
I ain't never seen it.
It ain't just.
You'll never see Santa Claus just holding it in the boom. You don't never see that. He did ding 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 ding. You know, he's just all over the place. So if you see Santa, make sure now, before you approach it, make sure ain't no Smurfs with it. Them some bad little son of bitches.
They not. They don't. They not.
Yeah,
supposed to be
but they more like they're like toy keepers, but they're not elves. Now
They're gremlins.
they kind of almost like a gremlin, but they ain't as ugly as gremlins. But they got that same nasty disposition that gremlins have. You know, so you don't want to really get involved with anything like that as far as Smurfs are concerned.
Aren't Smurfs supposed to be like cobblers?
No,
They don't make shoes? What are those?
no, those are Keebler elves. Hey, they make the same boys that Keeblers.
Keeblers?
Keeblers, they make elves. I mean, they make shoes or they make chocolate.
I think they make cookies.
They do make cookies.
I think they make cookies.
Oh, they crunching. Okay.
So yeah, Keebler. I
Okay,
think they
so
make cookies.
them other things, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
You know, you gotta well you keep talking about the Smurfs, but they didn't seem as
All
bad.
right, don't talk
Well,
too loud.
why? What? The Smurfs?
Yeah, I don't see. Quit saying
We were
their
talking
name.
about elves and
Yeah,
Santa
but
Claus.
you can talk about elves and you can talk about Santa Claus, but leave the essence out.
Leader,
Yeah, because you bring them, you might summons up the wrong one.
the wrong ones.
Yeah,
I don't know which ones were the wrong ones. They
the
all
one
seem
that
the same.
keep running from Gargamel.
Who? The girl? Who? She?
See, because she was made up by him.
Okay.
That's why he want her back.
She's called.
And I'll take her back.
She's called. What she's called? I forgot what she's called. I don't remember, man. All of them.
Homunculus.
What?
Homunculus. Yeah. There's some of them around.
What does that have to do with the Smurfs?
Because they're homunculus. Yeah. Smurfs are little people that are evenly proportioned.
I don't know. Their heads was way bigger than what I think they should have been.
Now, they did have some big heads.
I say they were. First of all, them being short little blue people, it's a little weird. It's a little crazy. It's a little.
See, now that you have blue screen, you can change that.
Blue what?
Now that you got the green screen, blue screen, black screen, you can go in there now and take that blue out of them.
And take the blue. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Anyway, what is on to the next thing? Something else. Let's go to something else. Because you and these Smurfs ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing good to say about Smurfs. Apparently.
Y'all wrong.
Messed up.
Y'all wrong for not loving Shador.
Oh, Shador Sanders. Yeah, they kind of messed up for that one. They a little tattered for not liking my boy. He's doing pretty good, and he plays Sunday, so root for him on Sunday because he keeps doing pretty well. But they're not wanting to give him the credit.
You know what I don't understand?
What?
Are we the only ones that understand history repeats itself?
Probably.
All the time in this world, you could never ever stop greatness. It always rises to the top. So every time you go plucking at it and picking at it and messing with it and plucking with it, you just make it rise faster.
All right, give him some juice. You gotta give him some detail. I mean, what happened recently to have these situations going down? You gotta give him some intel.
Okay,
if you will.
First of all, they try to keep it under wraps that him and the guy Stefanski really don't get along.
Yeah, they're trying to keep that on the low.
They try to make it seem like, well, but
they don't like each other. That's bottom line.
They ain't liking each other. But the thing is, Shador is just smoother than Stefanski, so he knows how to do his thing so that it doesn't make him look bad. But people still try to pick that apart.
Oh yeah,
because I heard people talking about, oh, he's always talking about himself. Well, you ask the man how he feel about something, then when he tell you this is how I feel, then you want to criticize him for having feelings for himself, which is stupid. So it's just that you got to be careful when you're trying to say that you diss and don't like
criticize,
because a lot of jealousy slips through, and contempt slips through, anguish slips through, frustration, and just hatred.
He said, from now on, don't ask me and mine for nothing.
Now,
if it gets to that point, they're gonna be upset. They're gonna be upset because the buddy that they got down, they won't have coming in at all. If he decide to go on strike or something and go sit down somewhere,
you know something, man.
Well, if they don't continue to treat him right,
I think just like a great majority of the people that's really speaking is true.
Yeah.
This man was built for this thing. And I don't think that there's nothing that they can do to break that.
No.
So it doesn't really matter how they treating him. Mm-hmm. He's still gonna do one thing. He's gonna keep doing his thing. He's gonna keep working on his own craft. Mm-hmm. He's gonna keep improving when he can. Mm-hmm. And every time they say, okay, number 12, pull up, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna win a ball game. Mm-hmm. So what's gonna happen is every time that happens, people start rallying behind this guy. Mm-hmm. Because you realize that everybody else, listen, if you're on a wagon, somebody and the damn wagon go into the ditch, it ain't the horse's fault. It's the person that's controlling the horse.
Yeah, it's the person that's driving.
So when you see a situation like this, always do the same thing. Look at who's driving it. Who's driving the machine? Quit looking at the machine.
Because it'll tell you where you're going.
Yeah, look at who's driving.
Or it's going to tell you how you're going to get there.
And all of that stuff is done purposely because look at who's driving. That's all you got to look at. That determines and tells you which direction things are going in and whether or not it's an accident or not. You know, there's not.
This is a story that ain't got really much to do with that, but it does a little bit. We was on the bus with a driver, and we were coming from school one day. There was a couple of us on the bus, and he just did not have the best attitude, really. So we all in the back, just joking
Acting
or
a
whatever.
fool.
No, we wasn't though. We honestly wasn't. Well, okay, our group of folks wasn't. The younger kids were, but they were in the middle of the bus. We always sat in the very back of the bus. So the middle of the bus get to acting a fool. Now we got to like, okay. She must didn't see her notifications.
You didn't see your notification, did you?
Unless she ain't got her bell click.
She probably don't have a bell click on. So what's up, sis?
Y'all got any? Did y'all buy any alcoholic beverages?
We don't drink.
Listen to her.
Yes.
No, we ain't lying.
No.
We stopped drinking ever since.
Did we buy any alcoholic beverages?
We
Whoa,
haven't-
whoa, hold on. Time out now. You saying the wrong things first. Okay. First of all, come on, Stas. And what are you partaking or putting into said drinks?
I got some cranberry juice, and I got some smart water, and some lactate-free milk. Some lactate milk. Hello.
What's the milk for?
She just naming stuff that she got. She just. It sounds like she just wanted
Well,
to
up
put the liquor
to a
in some
point, she
stuff.
was mixing the stuff that you mix.
Well, okay. She started off good with cranberry. Then she said smart water.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you had the.
I was going to say something about the cranberry that was down there. However, I don't know.
that
I don't know
cranberry
where
you
she's
did, that
going
was-
now.
that was hooked up though.
What is it? What is it that I think she's looking for? We might got it.
Oh, I was just wondering since I don't drink and I don't go to the liquor store.
Oh no! We don't. We went. Let me tell you something. We went and bought eggnog, and we didn't go to the liquor store.
So y'all just got eggnog?
That's what
Oh,
we
yeah,
bought.
for
That's
sure.
all we bought.
Got to get the
What
no.
does it go in? I can't believe y'all don't have nothing in
Ain't nobody now. Hold on
We
now.
didn't say we got nothing. We just
We
said
didn't
we
say-
didn't go to the liquor store.
We, yeah,
We
I
just
just
said we
said
got
we didn't-
eggnog.
I didn't say that we didn't go to the liquor store yesterday. I said we didn't go today.
Yeah, because today I don't even think it's open. It is.
Oh, it's open.
I was about to say it was
Did it
open.
close at 12?
No, we went
was
past
over
12,
there
wasn't
about.
we?
We was over there about 12, wasn't it?
Something like
Stuff.
11ish.
11, 30,
Well,
something
okay.
like that.
So if y'all want to fellowship, I'm just saying, if y'all want to get together and do some fellowship with some drinks, y'all are welcome to do that. I didn't want you to feel like this year that we weren't going to come together and do anything. I don't know. I kind of had that in the way in the back of my mind. I don't know why, but if y'all want to do some socialization, that's fine. It's just that we don't have no alcohol beverages. I will drink eggnog and E&J. Okay.
You like Erkin
Yeah, you
Jerry?
still recording.
Yeah.
You know you on live, so don't say nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
we've been live the whole time. You should have told her that from the very top.
Yeah, don't talk about nobody because we live and we don't know who's listening.
Oh, you just got me on speakerphone. You're not live on no.
Yes, we is too.
And so that's why we said you didn't get your notification.
So why you stop talking?
I don't want to be live on anything.
Well,
Don't nobody know who it is. We ain't,
Nobody knows.
we ain't mention no names.
okay.
Yeah, but people know my voice.
You
Only about
you
3
are
people.
having the wrong conversation right now.
Uh-oh.
I think I have the wrong number.
You know what?
I'm sorry, I have the wrong number. I thought I was talking to someone else, so I must have dialed this number by accident. So,
Yeah,
okay. Excuse me.
she's a different.
Whoever you people are.
Whoever you people
Yeah, we
are.
didn't identify ourselves either. So, they don't know who you is unless they go in and look at your Facebook.
Not seeing people who know I'm on Facebook.
Told you, see, he had the
Listen,
wrong
you
conversation.
didn't have to corroborate it by saying that. You could have just said, "Oh, really?"
I'm
See, the
saying
problem
who
is
said I got
we still-
Facebook. I didn't even made a Facebook. I don't even know anything about that.
Well, I made one up Facebook is like the MySpace that we used to have. So I made you one up years ago.
Okay, wow.
You just don't know it.
I just don't know.
Yeah, and the reason that we ain't just saying it, but you know, we don't want to tell nobody who he is. So we'll just keep it right there on the DLC. With that DMC. What they call it? The military loading zone? Yeah, DMZ. The military loading zone. Where you drop people and pick them up.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, you know, we was all military branch at one time. We fought that big. But yeah, we'll keep that in mind with the fellowship. I don't know. Do we feel fellowshipy?
It don't matter to me, man.
We'd have to think about it, and because I don't know if I want. Because it's cold outside.
That it is.
You know
So we
what?
still
You
got
better
eat.
skip it.
Yeah.
And I had to make 2 stops. I was talking to you when I went back to the store.
I said it was
And there
snowing.
was
Wasn't
a guy in there, I'm not lying, in CVS. It looked like he had just came off a skid row not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
But he was giving that clerk the devil. He was arguing with the machine. Apparently his card didn't go through, or he thought he had more money on his card. He was cussing, banging on the counter. Then he left the counter and went back into the store like he was gonna buy something. We could hear him in the back just steady cussing. Get up, put the machine away. This ain't a cross between Festus and what's some of them other old cowboys' names? Little old thin guy, because Festus wasn't that thin. But the guy looked like he
Festus and Gilligan Island.
you know, but he could have walked right off of the Gunsmoke. One of them little cowboys.
Yeah, you talking about Ernest Stain? Was it
Yeah,
Ernest?
but a little bit taller.
Mm-hmm.
And that little clerk too just looked at him. I was behind him. And of course, you know, he turned around and looked at me, and I'm looking like, okay, you know, I'm behind. You need to go ahead on. I ain't saying nothing to you, but I ain't moving, and I ain't getting all upset because I don't know what you upset about. Don't really care. I had all that in my look.
Gotcha.
So he turned around and looked at me once, and I just looked at him, and he said, well, okay, I'll be back. And he went around in the store. I mean, we could hear him from the front. Still back there, I'm like, what is he looking? I wasn't asking the clerk that, but anyway, when I got ready to run my stuff, I said, I'm going to run this card first.
You would already done call the police, wouldn't you?
Hey, man, I ain't messing with these folks.
I didn't feel intimidated at all. He was a little scrawny guy, but like Dwayne said, you know, he could have been packing a gun. I don't know where he would have it concealed. Because he had
That ain't the problem.
jacket on.
He might try to touch you or something. That's the problem. He might got dirty fingers. You don't want him touching you. He might got bum hands.
He had some little jeans on and a little tight jacket, and he had hands in his pocket like he was cold. So I don't know where he could have had it concealed. But anyhow, when I got up there with mine, I said, I got 2 cards. I'm going to see if this card, which is on my medical insurance, you know, they give you a little 50 cents a month. And so I said, if it don't work, I said, I promise you I won't be cussing. She said, oh, thank you. It worked, and the next one worked. But then he came back and snatched his receipt because he had left it on the counter. He snapped it, and he said, you need to get rid of that machine. Now, here's the machine. I just put my card in, and it worked. But you want her to throw it out the door and get rid of it. For what? Because it didn't work for you? But I tell you what.
You know,
anyhow,
most people don't pay attention to how certain things work as far as like, well, card machines. Simple people. I've seen many people get cash back and they didn't want cash back all because they didn't read the first 2 questions. First 2 questions is usually either cash back or credit or debit. They don't read either one of those. And they be like, well, I didn't ask for this. Well, you didn't read what the screen said either. So at this point, I got to give this to you or else it's stealing. So here you go.
How much is Aldi charge for cash back?
We don't.
Aldi don't charge?
No, that's why people keep trying to come in there and use us like a bank.
Oh, really? I'm glad you told me that.
We ain't got no money.
Is this bank of Aldi?
No, they need one. See what I'm saying? She'll go and ruin the whole project for everybody. Then they won't be able to sell nothing else. They'll be like, oh, man. How about something?
So what y'all need to do really is to check on
Yes.
it's some man-made up holiday.
Yep.
But y'all need to check on people like Danny. Hello?
Yeah, you could call him too now.
I don't have Danny's number. And I don't know. I know he lives on George Street, but
I'll ship it to you. Say,
you'll do what?
I said I'll ship it to you.
You'll ship what? His phone number?
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Okay. Well, I'm waiting on Haven to bring our plate because one thing I did not make was broccoli, rice, and cheese. And that's one thing I always made coming up with when we were coming up in Fort Worth and holidays. Well, he said you made some.
You know, for a person that don't want to give out no information, you sure don't know when to start calling out names and places, do you?
What did I say? Broccoli, rice, and cheese and Haven?
That
See,
and places, you know, and spaces.
oh, people funny, man. Oh man.
Saying, why your phone gotta be all lit up? How come you just can't be on a regular phone? Can nobody even call you without being on their P's and Q's? You should not have even answered the phone.
Now that might be a
I'm about to say,
statement.
that's rude though.
That's probably a statement of truth.
That's rude though. We can't not answer the phone.
Well, we could.
Yeah, that's rude though.
Yeah, yes, we don't do that because that's rude.
What's rude?
It's by not answering the phone when people call.
Especially if you look like if you see it, you know, it's rude not to at least, you know, pick it up if you know it. Now if you just miss it, okay. But you know, I wouldn't on purpose just looking at it and just not pick it up. That's messed. That's messed up.
Well, I do it all the time.
Well,
Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Think, think,
Okay,
think,
yeah.
think, 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 think. Can't sing no more, man. They might hit you for it.
yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just wait for my food then.
You wait for what?
Food.
My food.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring it to you, but that's cool. So
And
you
then he got it.
you didn't have no, you didn't get invited over to the other folks' place.
What up, folks?
The people that invited me and Zay.
Her phone number got blocked. Only time I see her is if I happen to run into her, and I don't know where because I don't do Wally World, and she don't seem like to me she do Myers, and so I don't see her at Kroger's, so she wouldn't have had a chance to invite me anywhere. What time y'all gonna go over there?
Well, I gotta go. You still want to go over there?
Go where?
No, we don't want to. We ain't going over there because we don't want to add to the. We don't want to add to the flow of people influx going in and out of the lady's house, and that's basically the right answer. Now you gonna make me call Shador to answer some questions. That boy know he can answer some questions. Okay, what you asking, boy? He said, well, I want to thank God first of all. He said, because that's the main thing. He throw God in there and throw you right off. He said, no, I understand that, but they kept trying to ask him, how you and Stefanski getting along? We doing just fine. He said, Stefanski do what he do, I do what I do. He said, we doing good. He said,
What are you talking about?
the brother that's on the Cleveland Browns, that's going to.
Oh my God! We start talking about sports. I want to talk.
I didn't say a damn thing about sports. I said the Cleveland Browns ain't sports, they're a football team.
But that's sports.
Well, they're in sports, but that's not the whole sport genre.
You just recently stopped talking about that big old tall white girl. What's her name?
What white girl?
It was on something. You just recently stopped calling her name. Then you was talking about the other girl that went to jail, and now, yeah.
Well, they was all part of the topics that was going on at the time, right?
Have you seen Eddie Murphy do what's his
The
name?
one that got hit by the truck,
Tracy Booger.
Tracy Morgan. He act like he looked like him too. Yeah.
They used to call me fat man.
Tracy.
Almost died.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah. And everybody else, I think it was in the wherever they was in the caravan did die survived.
Something to that effect.
Heck, I can't even call his name right now.
We done said it 3 times.
Well, I'm not heard it.
Tracy Morgan.
J.C. Penney's who?
Yeah, okay. Well, if you wanted to be J.C. Penney's, you gonna be that.
Tracy Morgan. You see, he don't call somebody's name.
Yeah, but he a public figure, so it don't matter if we mention him or Eddie Murphy's name.
But how did you know I was gonna say Eddie Murphy can do more than just him?
No, not like that, because that dude, what happened? Because I saw that.
Said, hey, Mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. That's your man, Alan.
Oh, Alan, Alan, don't. As long as you keep it good, you're good, Al. Tracy Morgan almost died, and he's just thankful, and that's why when he was with Seinfeld asked him, he said, "Man, you spending all this money? Let me tell you something." He said, "Man, I almost died."
Hey man, he did though, man.
Yeah.
Tracy had a crazy recovery.
Yeah, he did.
I'm grateful that he had a good recovery.
He's got an interesting stand up too.
Man, that boy's whole story is crazy.
He's got an interesting whole thing.
That boy,
Well,
he's
I thought when he was on Doing Your Roots with that little guy that do black people mostly.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
She said Doing Your
Sorry
Roots.
about that.
Gates.
Yeah. The little Irish, because he found out his roots went deep down in Ireland. And
Yeah, he did. Yeah, chasing your roots with Gates with something. I can't remember his first name. I used to watch him all the time when he was on the Black Eagle. Louis Gates? No.
Yeah, that you get close.
It's something like that. But anyway,
Tracy Morgan on there, you talking about somebody crying. He found out about his program. He was just happy to know. Yeah, about my people. And he just was wiping tears.
hey, let me tell you something. I sent there's a guy he's Guyana, and he reminds me so much of Zanil. I sent the picture, and y'all need to look into this, because this boy looked just like him, boy. So I'm just saying that just to say that I don't blame him for being happy. Once you find out where you actually come back from and your roots, and you know that this is where you came from, this tribe or group, and you be like, damn, these are my people. Them your real folks, man.
For sure though.
Yeah, even though we can only go back, every now and then you'll find somebody past 1700. I mean, white folk can go all the way back, of course. You know, they didn't burn up their shit. They didn't burn up our. But anyway, sometimes he could go all the way back to 1600 with some black people. And what was very interesting was, oh God, let me see. I should have took my vitamins for my memory.
Yeah,
How to Get Away with Murder.
Viola, Viola Davis.
Yes. Now, let me tell you something. She started digging. She said, well, it's no wonder. Who she thought was her grandmother was not her grandmother, because her grandmother, the man who she had that baby by, who was not her daddy, it was somebody else. And when they start looking into census, they start looking where this one man, this Caucasoid, had followed her great grandmother around. And then when that child was born, that child was a mulatto. And actually, what it boiled down to, that was Viola's great grandfather or whatever. But the census started following this guy, and she kept looking at it. So, well, why is he following? Because her grandmother divorced her granddad. Supposedly, that's the story that they said, that the granddaddy was running around. Really, it was the grandmother that was running around. And she ended up going somewhere else, but they kept following this one white man that went wherever she went, and then she had a baby. They ran it all down, and all thing Viola could say was, so it's no wonder that her life.
Well,
I mean, she's doing well, but you know,
yeah.
she got a lot of
Man,
coming out.
yeah, it's a lot of scars and stuff in there, in all of
Yeah.
them. And you know, and I don't know. Do we really want to know about all that stuff or not?
I do. I want to know. I want to know it all.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe in the near future we can get together and do that, because to do it the way Louis Gates does it, you're gonna have to really spend some money. It's
Well,
gonna-
because he always found them stars that's got money on them.
yeah,
So
that's why he go with them celebrities because they can afford
Yeah,
it.
well,
Because he's got a huge organization of people
yeah.
to look for all that stuff there because they got to run all that stuff down and tie stuff together. And you know, so I've only seen a few guys that were black that came on there that he told them didn't have any roots, that didn't go to any of the slaves, that they wasn't bond, they didn't have any of that in it. They just came
So
straight,
there's some people,
came
Queen
straight up.
Latifah folks, Queen Latifah came from free black people.
Yep.
And somebody, I can't remember, but I remember her for sure.
Yeah, it was another.
She said, my people be free.
Mm.
I said,
Yeah,
okay,
there was another guy that he told, and he told him, I think it was LL Cool J. I'm not for sure. Let me not speak 'cause we live. Anybody in the chat, you know who it is. Because Alan, don't keep writing stuff. Be looking stuff up and then trying to write it out. Colored man. I used to think that's
And I
what.
see snow flurries.
Oh my goodness,
so cold.
it's been snow
so
flurrying all day, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cold, and snow flurries can't even stay on the ground. They just keep moving around because the wind is blowing them.
Mhm.
You said Questlove was free.
But this, you know, this right here is really what it felt like.
He said Questlove was free.
Oh, Questlove.
Questlove was free. Yeah.
This is what it felt like when the doves cry, when they first came over with the Indians and
Chilling the doves.
and the turkeys and all that. It was cold just like this. And
Hey, do you know we pass by the fairground all the time, and you see that little cabin they have out there?
mm-hmm.
You know, and I kept wondering, what the hell is that? Is that for the country fair? Well, the country fair when they come and they do something off in that cabin?
Hold on,
Well, behold, that's one of Marion's first little, you know, they done did it up a little bit. That's one of Marion's first little cottages back in the day. I'm like, what dog?
Yeah, it's like a little log cabin.
Yeah, and they got it sitting back to where it's closer to the fairground street, and you can see, you know, we see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't really pay that much attention to. I had to go back and do some little bit of history on it. And it was one of the first cabins, and it was one of the ones that they actually kept and didn't destroy. And yeah, that was back when I'm looking at Harding and that his whole candidacy is, to me, you know, he did all of his campaigning on his front porch. I'm like, and they had thousands of people you can see that was on Mount Vernon. Like, who the hell the people could hear him? He didn't have no one microphone.
Now, who was doing this?
Warren G. Harding.
Okay, the same. You on that guy again? You keep talking about old Warren G. And a lot of people don't know that Warren G. was a president. That's all I can tell you. And he lived in this little hometown that they know. And he died here too, I think, because he got a memorial, right?
Well, no, he died on he got sick on a trip. Him and his wife went on a cruise.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
got food poison, quote.
So they say.
Unquote. I believe Duchess poisoned him because of his lifestyle. It got way out of hand with his womanizing, and I think she just got tired of it.
It's
And
possible.
I'm not the only one think like that.
Well, that may
She's
be.
like, well, you know, and how come nobody else on the ship, whatever they ate, they didn't get food poisoning and die. And usually people don't die from food poisoning unless there's something else going on, you know, in your system.
Depends on. I guess it depends on how poison the food is.
Yeah.
When they say you got food poison, they don't mean you got food poison. They mean your food was poisoned and you ate it.
You know, you're probably right.
And so you come on, what happened? They gone. So be careful what you eat, especially on holidays. Because you know, everything everybody can't eat. Because we was talking about chitlins earlier. And
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised when your daughter was saying
that
that she ate them guts. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
I eat guts.
he looking like we both crazy.
Yeah, yo, no.
He said the same thing when you get two ghosts that's crying together, that you get a boo boo. That's what he said it was. He thought it was boo boo. And I'm like, yeah, you know. Cause you know, me and your brother was talking. He's like, yeah, man, you said, 'cause we used to get that stuff over there. And I'm like, yeah, you ever clean it? He's like, no. I said, well, that's what I'm talking about. The cleaning aspect.
Hagar pulling up in the truck. I'm not used to him pulling up here. I wonder where he must have food in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me go.
Yeah, go do your thing. We'll talk later.
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Ciao. All right. Now back to what we was doing.
Yeah, and yeah. You
I
know, a
think
lot of
we
people don't pay
we
attention.
were
to
talking
stuff.
about Bambi or something, but go ahead.
A lot of people don't pay attention to stuff like she was talking about earlier, as far as just like the man in his car not working. But there's a lot of times where people literally don't look at certain things. Like the man asked me the other day where a sign for something was, and it was at his eye level.
Mm-hmm.
But he just kept looking down into the box, though. But I'm like,
You really don't get it with old folks, do you?
it wasn't an old person.
If he over 35, 40 years old, I'm just telling you, because a lot of times you be getting behind me, because I put my card in there and the card thing will say, no, I'll be sitting there waiting, and the thing will say, make a choice. You know, whether you're going to use your payment plan, you know, which kind of payment.
What kind of payment? Yeah.
You know, and I'm like sitting there and ain't nothing happening.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden I'm gonna say, you like, hey man, you gonna hit this thing, and then I have to hit the button. Then I hit the button. Then it asks you for your PIN
stuff.
number. So
See,
I'm sitting there thinking, you know, I'm forgetting all about it, looking and listening.
I can understand when they try to have you multitasking at two different opportunities, because this over here is this little, and then you're looking at a bigger screen over here, which has all your other stuff on it, which is mainly the important information. But going to pay, you got to use this little device. Now, for us, it's almost the same, because
And you know, in Japan, it ain't like that.
Top. What?
In China, it's not like that. They use what apps application and pay for everything. So just like when they go to the store like that. And plus, did you see Japan, when you put your stuff in the cart, it automatically tells you how much it costs, and it tallies up everything that you got in the cart. So when you get up to the front, all you're doing
Okay, so now that plays into my point. A lot of these people just don't pay attention. But they made it simpler for them to understand and pay attention to what's going on. They give them more of a visual.
Well, see, you know, when you first start off, I guess you have to initiate the thing by putting that you're going to pay with a card or whatever. But when you get to the end, remember before when we used to go to Giant, and I would take in, I used to love that, because when I got up to the front, I went straight through
the think about it. It's easier to do what? Boop. Oh, $3.49. Boop. Oh, $2.99. Boop. Oh, $1.99. Opposed to somebody just picking something up off the shelf, not even caring about what the pricing is, then get up to the front. How much is this? Meanwhile, they just walked away from it. I'm saying, now not everybody does it, but it's just certain people that do it, and it just seems like it should be a little bit easier. Like you're saying, the people in Japan having like the carts with the system that's set up. I don't know. I just think it would be easier to have people but then it makes people lazy. Then it makes people super lazy, and they're already lazy enough, because that's what makes people not want to really pay attention to stuff, thinking they already got certain stuff. Yeah, that sucks.
Now, see, I don't look at it as people being lazy, as a lot of times you just, when you're doing little mediocre stuff, if I didn't have to run errands and pay bills and do that stuff, if I had a robot that I could trust, I would use a robot to do that. You wouldn't?
No, I don't know, because if I can still do it, I would do it. some things though. I can say that probably some things. Now to cut out, like you said, some of the middleman work. Yeah, you know, I can see that, but just some things like telling the robot to pass you the remote when it's on the nightstand next to you, you can just reach and grab it. That's something I feel is.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I was just going up to our channel so I can look and see what people are saying. But you know what? I'm gonna have that robot doing everything.
Once again, just like I said, like if you can.
I mean, if he's a real robot, I want him to have soft hands though. Now, cause when you bathing me, I don't need no roughness on me. You know, be easy. You know, I don't know why you laughing.
Because if you just want him to do every single thing. You feel me? Like it's just, I don't know. That just seems kind of crazy to want to have something automated do most things that the person should probably do. Like you said, being sensitive to the touch.
I'm gonna have an exercise for me too.
I don't.
Do me 10 push-ups, and I'm like, I'm tired as hell.
But like,
go get me something to drink.
See, but thinking about that, picking up something to drink. Mm-hmm. Now, if you got something that's glass, you got to think about how soft and how hard he got to pick that up and put that down on that table. If you put it down too hard, he gonna break it. And if you don't hold it tight enough, he gonna drop it.
But see, you know, they're gonna have to have
oh, they're working on it for sure.
Laws against hitting robots side the back of the head. Because the first time they do that, you slap him back of the head. Let me have to tell you the next time. But see, they stronger than you. Mm-hmm. You slap him, he grab your hand, break your wrist.
Or grab your neck, break your throat, it's over with.
He could be throat.
Or just wait till you sleep.
You know, because you're going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
He ain't got to sleep at all.
Talking about, all right, go to sleep mode, Jarvis.
Unplug him. He fall down.
You can unplug him all you want to. Yeah. That backup battery kick on, it's a wrap.
Yeah. That's why I was looking at them type of guns that'll stop robots.
You know to stop that? Don't get the robot.
Yeah, the best thing is just leave that robot where he is.
I said, leave him right in the stores with the rest of them. That's all packaged up like this. Go ahead and keep him.
That's true.
Go ahead and keep it. And I'm good. I don't want nothing that can walk around with me. And anytime they feel like it can just, it'll just malfunction and jump on you. I'm good. I'm all right. I'll wait for them to get into the houses probably like another 10 years after that. You feel me? Because they'll work out some more bugs.
Yeah. So
if they work out some more bugs, we good. What does that say? Watching what? Huh? Watching too many westerns would. He's Mr. Allen said, watching too many westerns, would he bathe yourself? See, but you know, even them, they were sitting in trough buckets with tree trunks or tree branches.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
tumbleweeds attached to them.
Well,
you
had to use the tumbleweed to scratch with.
Ooh, that hurt.
You real men back then.
That's rough. That's
men.
rough. That's rough. I don't know about that. That's rough.
You know, the guys now, they got to have Old Spice, you know, so that they moisturize their skin and you know, wink all at the camera. That ain't how we did back in the 30s.
I mean, but
we would grab a whole horse, a mane of horse, jump on a horse, ride 50 miles, and didn't bathe or nothing.
The whole time.
And then eat beans and raw bacon. And slept on the ground.
Yeah, they was treacherous animals. Ain't no way you telling me they wasn't some of the most vicious people to live on this planet.
Totally.
You talking about having to ride, wrangle something, possibly shoot at somebody else, and then take this back and hope nobody else poaches your hunt. Yeah, no. No. No, that's different.
Well, see, it's just like when you have
even with Django and them, I didn't understand like the whole bounty hunting thing and knowing that you got to watch your back 24/7, but you on a horse, and somebody can have a long rifle up there in the canyon.
That's
just
me.
Waiting.
Somebody. That's me.
What?
That's me. I had that same one old Quigley had from down under. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's the one. That's
you
the
did
kind
tell me to look at that.
That's the kind of gun I'd have had. That boy was he like, take this and ride out there. He just boogity, 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 boogity. He rolled out about 400, 500, 600, 700 yards.
It just made me think it's just scary.
Yeah, he can leave it.
It's a real dumb. Oh my god! Think about they was out there doing one-on-one duels, shooting each other immediately.
Oh yeah, you know
they was taking them and dragging them.
You
to
know
the back.
you know how many people would have got shot like this. Because you had to walk 10 paces before you shoot. I ain't turning around.
I was about to say
I'm shooting right back there.
Turning around. First of all,
I'm gonna be bam.
Let me tell you this.
I'm shooting.
If he got to turn around, I ain't what? First of all, see that's crazy. I'd rather have a good eye line than what I'm looking at.
Yeah, but
so
y'all walking away from each other.
No. Who?
Oh, so you walking behind?
We're gonna go. There we go. That works. That works right there.
Since I know you like that, we better shoot you when we see you.
Like you just told me you gonna shoot.
Yeah, but I'm
walking your pace.
Well, that's true.
That's the same thing.
But you talking about? But I said I'm
back.
gonna shoot. I'm gonna give him at least one pace. You ain't saying no pace.
I gave him a half a turn.
Man, you just.
I gave him. Okay, when they shot Buster Scruggs and he asked him, did he need a count? What did he say?
He said, "Nawson."
Okay. I ain't waiting around for nobody to turn around and ask me, do I need a count?
He sure did.
Okay, because they didn't give him not nail number.
He said, you need a count? He said, "Nawson." And the dude shot him just like
hit
that.
him right in the middle of the head.
He said, well, he said, that ain't good. He looked at his hand. He saw the hole.
That ain't good.
He saw the hole in his head
and it was done. It was over with. You think I'm gonna let somebody? Yeah. You think I'm gonna let somebody tell me, all right, 1, 2. By the time you get to 2, you better be
well, first of all, what's supposed to happen? You're supposed to walk up to the person that you had a beef with and take off your glove one finger at a time and then slap him with your glove. Okay? That was supposed to be the ultimate insult. Okay? So you slap him and then he slap you. So now that all the slapping is done.
Right.
Then you go do the duel. You're supposed to be back to back, press back up. Okay?
I'm doing it.
And then when they tell you to walk, everybody start walking 10 paces. That's a gentleman's way of doing it. At the end of 10 paces, you're supposed to turn and fire. But like I said, I'd be one, back. I'm going to shoot after I do one. Now I might miss.
Might miss.
And if he shoot me, he be done shot me in the back. See?
Somebody missing.
And then that make him be wrong. Now I'd be dead, but he'd be wrong. Yeah, because he done back shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't shoot a man in the back unless you can.
You talking about don't shoot a man in the back, but I'm supposed to trust this man.
Absolutely.
To walk his 10 paces.
Everybody did.
Turn around. Exactly. I'm not trying to get shot in the back myself. So if I can just avoid the whole situation, I'm doing the shooting first.
You know how in football you can draw a man offside?
Yeah.
That's the same way a lot of these guys.
I told you, half turn.
That's a lot of these guys were doing stuff to draw the other guy off so they could shoot and kill him. And so it made it look like it was self-defense, but it really wasn't. Because you made the guy think you were gonna draw, and he hesitated. And when he hesitated, you actually shoot.
Imagine James Bond wasn't good at his job. Like
James Bond, you know what? James
Bond
Bond
he wasn't an honest spy.
James Bond wouldn't have lasted if he was back in the cowboy days.
He'd have got done crazy.
Yeah, they'd have beat his ass.
I think they'd have shot.
They'd have beat.
I think they'd have got my boy James Bond out there, bro.
They'd have beat the James out of him.
They'd have beat the James out of Bond.
Yeah.
Who'd have been Jeffrey?
He'd have just been.
He'd have been old Bond. That boy that was a spy at one time.
Yeah.
I'm about to say he had no name.
That dude that had something with him, you know.
That dude that one time did that thing. I understand.
Yeah.
But that'd be messed up. James Bond getting beat up in the Wild Wild West because he thought he could hang.
Well, they had the Wild Wild West, you know, with James West. You know, so I understand that. But Gumby?
You said Gumby.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Gumby. That's where my mind went.
Jesus. John Wayne. How you said John Wayne was how old when he first started? You said he was already in his 60s, 50s
When he started what?
when you seen him on TV
By the time I seen John Wayne
in movies. I
in
said.
a real movie like True Grit,
Yeah.
yeah, he was already at 60. He was probably in the 70s. Probably. I don't know. I mean, we can look.
I still thank you for introducing me to
We can look it up.
what's it called? Trinity?
Yeah, Trinity.
My name is no,
My name is Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my name
Terrence
is Trinity.
Hill.
That's still a crazy sequence of just events, period.
Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer.
Mm.
They were two Italian actors when I was living in Italy. They was popular at that time, and they just wanted to do American shows, so they started doing spaghetti western. Now
That boy
I
said you
think
can leave
that,
bold.
that other dude introduced him, Clint Eastwood. He did spaghetti westerns as well,
He said
and they
you
just
can
went.
lead-
They just
You can
went.
lead a whole pot. I said,
Huh?
Jesus, when he told that man he could lead a whole pot of beans right there.
Oh,
And that boy sat there and ate that with that bread. I ain't gonna lie.
now who talking about?
My name is Trinity.
Oh yeah,
With
that,
the,
that boy could eat, boy.
With the oh my goodness.
Him and his brother Bud Spencer, they could eat. They were throwing dishes back to the. You ain't got to clean this. They were just wipe them. They took the bread.
Man, I was about to say he
chopped it all
took the
up.
bread and wiped it around
Yeah, man.
and got it straight. I said, hey, well, at least you know it's good eating. Because that's the best way to get the rest of your stuff off the plate. I ain't gonna lie, you get a good slice of bread. Speaking of, I gotta make them rolls.
You know,
I gotta make them rolls and them
But-
green beans.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You riding all day
Yeah.
and then ate a whole pot of beans and then
Yeah.
had nothing but tequila
Jesus.
and
Whiskey.
and some Jesus and
All
the
the
thing,
whiskey in the world.
and I'm just thinking now you
Big.
riding on a horse
Snake
and he
venom.
just bouncing you up right on your spine now.
Spine.
Goes right up to your medulla and hit you in your spaculoid.
Killing all your pelvis area.
And your pelvic is gone.
But your tailbone is over with.
But you still have a sphincter. And you can still wink. So you like,
Still got a chocolate stuff.
yeah, still, hey, Hershey squirt, baby.
All right.
That's how we was making them.
Anyway, on to the next.
You know, the s'mores really is. Ain't nothing but soft shit.
What?
S'mores.
S'mores?
Yeah.
S'mores?
Yeah, some more. I never got into that because I could never figure out how you got the chocolate and the mushroom, the
marshmallow?
marshmallow, the
I never
melt
really
together.
liked it.
I never liked that anyway.
I ain't like it
chocolate
like
was always too hot. And
Well,
marshmallow would
that's
burn
the
you.
fun part.
Marshmallow would burn you too, man.
Oh yeah, if you did it wrong, but you gotta,
See, I didn't have time for all that.
and then you get into it.
I didn't
But that
like
was
the
the
stick
whole-
and everything.
That's we
We were real
You know,
men
we
back
didn't get to. I never got to do any of the like meat and stuff on the stick on over the fire. Never did none of that. Never got. to
Hey
fire.
man, based off of what I've been watching, these guys that actually go out in the wilderness and do that sort of thing,
Niggas be cooking
that
on
ain't something
slabs
we
of
cook
rock.
on slabs of rock. I see old Joe. Was he?
I don't know, but was it the dude with the big old cleaver knife? He was
No,
cutting
no. It's the one that be out in the wilderness by himself. Sometimes he with his boys.
You talking
that
about
boys.
Luke and them?
Luke them, yeah.
Yeah. I
Luke,
ain't gonna lie. They
Luke-
do they camping.
Luke
Traveling. I watched this one dude. He got this inflatable tent with
Oh, you
the
talking about him and his
inflatable
wife?
furniture.
You talking about him? Was the guy with his wife? Or was
No, this dude I think is by himself. Well, whenever I see him, he's by himself.
Okay, it's,
But he always got this, and he blow it up. Big old tent, man. And
They
he
got
got
that-
like
they
a
got that machine.
mattress. He got he got that little portable vacuum, not vacuum, the portable pump that you can put into the little slot, close it, and it's and as long as it's been charged up, it will ride the whole night that you were sleeping. He got that little furnace. Tent come with a vent to exhaust the the fumes. He had a little stove in there, the little bed and the couch. I was like, yo, you really got some stuff in here. And as spacious as it was, he could stand up and walk in the tent, walk around in it.
Oh yeah.
But he was outside doing some crazy fishing. He was doing ice fishing.
Yeah.
And he was finding, first of all, his rod was like this. He had Yeah, it
It's
looked like
amazing, ain't it?
it looked like this little plastic rod that he
No,
had,
that thing be tough.
and
man.
he just and the fish just float up to the top. He pick it up without the thing. He took the scales off. Of
Yeah,
it.
the one guy I saw, he was actually crabbing,
I'm like, wait a minute.
and he was catching lobsters and it was a loop. You know, they were sawing this stuff
Mm-hmm.
and then putting the cage down. They were catching some big lobsters, man.
Big old joints too.
Yeah, man.
Huge joints.
Yeah.
I don't know where they was finding these things. Legs is this long.
You
walking
know,
on, and I'm like, yo,
I don't mean no harm,
what?
but you don't see us doing none of
Not
that. And, you know,
necessarily.
for us to be people that's from a
Well,
area.
you gotta watch some of them Florida dudes, niggas. Them niggas be fishing.
Yeah, but they don't be doing what these guys. I seen this lady and her husband. They was on a beach, and they had like salmon that they had tore off and put on this little hook, and they put it down in
If
the.
I can remember, remind me to show you this dude. He be catching catfish. I don't think this dude should be. He don't look like he should be fishing. He don't talk like he should be fishing. He sound like he should really be a street pharmacist. I'm telling you, he should be selling drugs somewhere. But the dude, he can catch some stuff. He be all in like canals. He be in rivers. He be in different little stream
Well, you
areas.
know, the people that really like that kind of stuff, man, they be like serious.
And every
about it.
time he catch something, I'll be sitting there like, bro, where'd you even find that? He was holding a catfish like this. He said, yeah. He said, I think I'm gonna put this one back. This one's smaller than the one I wanted. And I'm like, you barely holding that one.
They be catching that stuff where they put their hands in that noodling. Noodling,
I ain't doing that.
they stick their hand down in there and pull that thing out, and you got this much fish on your mouth. You know, nah, I can't be doing.
I'm talking about something just sucking on your arm the whole time. I'm good. Get it off. Get it off of me. Don't let it touch me. I'm good. I've seen no. You talking about some dangerous. It's some dangerous things that live in the water. For you to want to just stick your hand in it and just freely want to, no, it ain't always coming back. Let me tell you that. You might not come back with that same arm next time. You never know. Something might try and grab you.
I don't know. I just.
We was like earlier. We was talking about killer whales and all that. I ain't messing with nothing in the water. Leave all of it.
Yeah, I seen people grab hold of the dorsal fin and just be floating around, and they just riding them, just taking way
You
out.
get on the side of whales,
And
and
once you get
and
way
rubbing
out
the
there, and can't
whale.
come back, then that's when they get you.
let me tell you something.
Take you straight down.
Regardless of how fast you think you can swim, a whale can swim faster.
You seen what he did to old Ahab?
People swim with these things, and they're massive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then not a second, but by the time you get to the top of the water, he can come up there and just take all of that water. No, I'm not doing it. I'm good. I don't want to go whale watching. I don't want to. No, I'm good. I've seen too many incidents when whales almost done hit the boat. Nope.
You have to stop all that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm serious. When you first, if you're gonna go whale snorkeling, is what we used to call it. You gotta take some Vicks Sad and rub it on his nose, right there where his blowhole is. That calms him down.
That calms him down.
Yes. Now, it's a little difficult rubbing the salve on them. Because when you open it up, they can smell it real good. So they start running right then. But you got to ride up next to them and don't open up your little salve bottle yet. Until you get right up to where the blowhole is, and you can just reach your hand up and touch his blowhole. That's when you hit it, get your scuba, bam, and rub it in there real quick, and then swim away. Don't stay with him, because if you do, he might turn around and bite you. You swim away, right? After that, he'll follow you everywhere you want him to go. And you ain't got to worry about trying to tell him nothing. You know, that
Right.
Vicks just calms him down. That's all I can tell you. I don't know why, but it does.
Okay. The sad part about it, they probably breached for about a second, if that. So you got about that long for them to go. And so you got that. That's as long as you need to rub that on it. I don't think that's.
You gotta know when. That's
don't
why
think
I
you get that
said,
close that fast.
yeah, but you gotta know
You need a
now.
motorboat, something like
Now
that.
you know when he first come up, he come up and he arched back over and he. Well, you already got your timing in there because of the dark stuff. You already know, and you know just like when he came around on the other side,
So, because that's serious.
that's some serious shit, and that's why he had all those little dots all the way around down to his neck.
Oh,
You know
my
what I'm
God.
saying? So
He said, no.
yeah, but you gotta
He said,
understand.
Your mom was just a hoe.
Yeah.
He said, what? My mom was no hoe. He said, no. I mean the hoe that pushes
The plow through
the
the
plow
Milky Way.
through the Milky Way.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
And
Through
that's-
the
and
star system that sends a meteor shower. That's why he got all these dots.
and that's
in
why he
it.
got all those dots back in his head. And then that's when he said, "Now don't make me take the clip out."
He said, oh, hold on, baby. Hold on. He said, huh? What? That's what got me was the uncertainty with the talking of everything. He said, huh? What? Oh, no, we just don't want any evil spirits to try to come in there while I'm trying to do my thing. He said, oh, hold on now. Don't make me take the clip out. Hold on. He said, yeah, we cool, baby. Be cool. Okay.
That's
That's
Tropic Thunder, man.
that's stupid in itself.
Tropic
my
Thunder
God.
#2. And we already talked about this.
He said, Daniel chapter 6. he said,
Yeah.
he said, and right there, he said, what did he say? He said, Dan's best friend, that's man's best friend, that's dog. That's the dog star, that's serious.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, he meant that. So he meant all of that. That's what's really getting me is that he meant that with everything in his heart. He couldn't.
Now, how long did we say we was gonna do this?
We didn't. We just said we was gonna do it.
Okay. Let's get ready to cut this off because I got to go.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, the old man's finished for the day, so we
done did this for almost an hour, 2 hours.
well, so it's live streaming. It's just this is what you asked to do. This is literally
So
what
this
you
just
asked to
you
do.
just
Like this
we,
is all
we
it
just talk
involves.
about
It's
Dark
talking-
Star and
It's literally talking to Mr. Allen and our other viewers. Yeah, so
yeah. So
that's
we,
the whole thing, literally.
well, I mean, you know, we better be glad they ain't the only two in the world.
Okay, well, hey man, well here's how we're gonna end this. Don't forget, well, leave a like on this. We're gonna this will go up
Hey,
as a
listen,
VOD.
and thank you guys for listening in, cause you know we just a couple of guys that professional fans. We just do what we do, man. I mean,
Okay, let me do the outro. I got you.
okay, go ahead.
All right. So like I was
You want me to
saying,
count though?
like I was saying, thank you for tuning in for today. Leave a like on this. This will be a VOD up on the channel. Click the bell when you want to be alerted that we are going live, dropping things. What did it say? 106. Okay. Oh yeah, cause his do say 106. It probably did cut out. What are you doing?
Oh, I was doing hand languages. Now I'm not doing the same thing you doing. I was doing the Chickasaw sign language. I think I might have forgot.
We will catch everybody
I learned them in the Navy.
in the next video, or probably later on. I might do it. I might finish off stream. I don't know. We'll see.
In the Navy.
We'll see what happens. But until the next time, everybody, we appreciate your presence. We will be signing off.